All right, Vaati, what you got, man? We know almost everything about Demon Souls for PS5. All right.
Was just revealed, and the interviews and articles that were released alongside it have basically answered every remaining question we had about the game. Stay tuned for what's new and
that is a
staying the
flambeage
same in the Demon Souls remake.
All right, thank you.
Omnidirectional rolling is finally confirmed. You can
Thank
kind
God!
of see it happening in the Flame Lurker fight, and creative director Gavin Moore confirms it is 8-way rolling.
Good.
Which I honestly think is just such a crucial quality of
It
life
is.
improvement.
It is. Look, I love this game. I really do. I love this game. This is my favorite Souls game, but good lord, that 4-way directional rolling has not aged well. It has not. Thank God they're doing that. I mean, it's standard at this point.
For new and returning players.
Thank God.
And a lot of features like this, like the camera and the game's filters, these can actually be reverted back to how they were in the original game, so that players new and old can get really close to that classic experience if they want to. If you've read the comments on any of my videos, it's split down the middle between people who want something new and people who really want to relive the original, so hopefully this pleases both camps, because that's cool. Janky camera that clips and gets stuck on everything. They've said you can enable that. Do you want the game to be greener, darker, and just less cluttered? Then you can switch over to that filter seamlessly. And they're also adding a ton of other filters, probably similar to what you can see in their Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Okay.
There's even going to be a photo mode in the game, which will work as long as you're not in multiplayer, and will allow you to pause the game and have powerful control over your screenshots.
Okay! Hell
game,
yeah.
But as if you were playing a PC game.
Photo mode is like, that is like almost like a must at this point. Like, it really is. Like, it was awesome with like the Shadow of the Colossus remake, like he said. It was so awesome in the new Spider-Man game. And it really is like in games like this, it's like, dude, put a photo mode in there. It's like it's a must. I mean, we've been doing stuff like this since, Nintendo 64 Pilot Wings and whatnot. So, yeah, it's a must. It's a must.
Sounds like the first thing you should do when you boot up this game is go into the options and just play around with everything to find what suits you.
It's the first thing we're
in my
gonna
opinion, you'll at least want to make sure that performance mode is turned on so the game is locked to 60 frames per second, and make sure your camera is in its fixed mode, not the cinematic mode that you're actually seeing right now. And you have a second set of options that are available to you, and they're actually located in-game, in the Nexus, most likely at the statue where you spawn in. Here, you'll be able to turn on Fractured Mode, which has been revealed to be a mirror mode that flips the entire game horizontally, so you can basically play every map in reverse.
So it's
You'll
Zelda
also
Master
be able
Quest.
to pay a certain amount of souls to, and I quote, store your character here. This is really weird wording. It's almost implying that you'll be able to sort of hot swap characters in and out of the world. So if I go here and I look at my list of characters and I change characters, does that mean the world also changes to suit my character?
Yeah,
Am I
does
just
it?
pulling one of my other characters into this world? Wouldn't that break the game? And if I'm just coming here to change characters, why am I paying souls for it? Do you guys have any ideas? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah,
But
that's
mirror
interesting.
mode is actually such an intriguing thing to add to the game. Playing flipped maps might actually throw you for a bit of a loop if you're someone who is really familiar with a world. It might almost feel like playing it for the first time a little bit.
That's cool.
And it's
I'm gonna try
also
that.
really good from a lore perspective to have all these things happen in the Nexus. Remember, the fabric of reality is broken in the outside world.
True.
And the Nexus is what holds it all together, so it kind of makes sense that the Nexus is also what could control that reality.
That's cool.
Flip the world horizontally, pull different characters into the world, that sort of thing kind of makes sense.
It does.
Apparently you can also absolve your sins here. And while we're in the Nexus,
Oh,
we
thank
might as
God.
well talk about the broken Archstone. Spoiler alert, we can finally confirm that no new worlds or levels have been added to the game. And the cut content behind the 6th broken Archstone has not been restored. Bluepoint says that
Aww. I was wondering. Well, we were all wondering. Are they gonna add in the 6th Archstone? I wonder what their reasoning was.
They felt it was not their right to reimagine this cut content, and while I'm intensely curious about what that cut content could have looked like, I think this was the right and honestly predictable decision. Unless From Software decide to collaborate with Bluepoint on some DLC, which would be awesome, the closest thing you're going to get to the world beyond this ARCHSTONE is in the art competition we ran a few months ago, so go and check that out if you're...
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, because I mean, you know, because this is not FromSoft working on this game. This is Bluepoint. Like FromSoft is like From Software is pretty much not having anything to do with this. Pretty much. So you know, saying that them saying that they felt like it wasn't their right to add in a new world that got cut from the original game when Bluepoint themselves did not make the original game. From Software did. From an integrity point of view and paying respect to the original source material, you know what? I get it, and I can respect that. You know, as the consumer that's going to be purchasing this game, them making that artistic and that integrity-based decision to not put in the missing ARCHSTONE. You know what? I can respect that. I think that was a very courteous call for them to make. I agree.
You're so inclined. But you have to respect Bluepoint's integrity.
Absolutely.
Here. They are mostly intent on this really honest remake that is pretty true to the original developer's intention. As such, you'll be happy to know that there are no different difficulty modes.
Thank God!
Even world tendency is in the game in its true and honest form.
Good!
Although they say now that you will more easily be able to figure out what level your world tendency is at.
Oh, good!
So Bluepoint clearly have a line that they won't cross for changes, and now we pretty much know exactly where this line is for them. But one thing that surprised me is that, according to the creative director, they won't be removing all of the bugs in the game. Apparently, they're going to intentionally leave in some of the less consequential, meme-worthy bugs and game design quirks that the game used to have. So I would assume this means that they're going to leave in things like sequence breaks, which let you skip parts of the level, and they've said they're going to remove things like attacking bosses through fog gates.
Good.
But I've also heard rumors that the duplication glitch does remain in the game, which I kind of disagree with, but okay. Another thing that you might not have
Oh dear. So, for those that don't know what the hell he was talking about there, even though it's pretty obvious what he said, the duplication glitch was actually kind of a game-breaking glitch that was in this game. Basically, what you do, and it was very easy to pull off, you go to the blacksmith in the Nexus, and you go to, you have to set your Nexial binding to your item slot, okay, to your active item slot. You clear out all the items that are in your item slot and whatnot. You go to the blacksmith, and you act like you're going to buy some grass, and you go to the confirm thing that pops up to buy it, but then you walk away from them. And what this means is the game technically didn't register that you did it. So you walk away from him while that dialogue box is up, and you walk away, and it cuts the it ends the the menu and whatnot. And then you use your Nexial binding, and then you use your Nexial binding, and you press like start and whatever, and then what it does is you go to that, and then you go talk to the Stockpile Thomas. I could be getting this wrong off the top of my head here. Pardon me. It's pretty much what I'm saying here. You go talk to Stockpile Thomas. You select the item to drop into the bank, so to say, that he has for you to store items. And then once you confirm the item that you want to drop in there, the animation and the confirmation to use your Nexial binding, which is basically like your dark sign from Dark Souls, where it ports you back to the Nexus and you drop all your souls, it starts to activate, but you immediately start hitting cancel, and it cancels the spell. And then somewhere in the mixture of all of that, it duplicates the item that's now in the storage thing. So you could do this for grasses, stones, souls. So it basically sped up leveling in the game, but it it was kind of game breaking to say the least. I wonder if they are indeed going to keep that.
Expected to be
I kind of hope they don't.
faithfully kept in the game is enemy AI.
Okay.
Here we see the Flame Lurker jankily running around the arena, just like he does in the original game.
Yep.
Which I kind of love, and I find it kind of funny that it's still here. In this
a
trailer,
little funny.
sorcery is also shown for the first time. We see a sort of soul ray here, which
I couldn't tell if
looks
this
to be
was
doing
soul
some
ray
sort
or
of
soul
piercing
arrow.
or AoE damage, and also strangely hones in to different parts of the enemy at times. We also see the kick animation briefly.
Guys did-
and
oh yeah, the
this
push is
really
back.
sick backstab animation, this time for the mace category of weapons. And it probably goes without saying at this point, but man, the finer details and the polish here are so gorgeous when you spot them. From the lightning flash through the roof of the Tower of
That is
Latria,
gorgeous.
from the incredible texture work to the sound design, Bluepoint are best in class at this
They
point.
are.
There is no doubt about
They're
it.
gods.
There is one change that I'm really excited about, and it's for weapons. So Bluepoint says that while the cadence and speed of weapon animations will remain the same,
Okay.
the animations themselves are different.
Good.
Which is actually such a wonderful
I can see the
idea
difference.
because so many of the weapons in Demon Souls have exactly the same movesets within their
You
weapon
right.
class, and adding new animations is going to be so good for giving each weapon its own character.
Good.
And the way these weapons feel, thanks to the new haptics feedback on the controller, is, by all accounts of the PS5 controller, nothing short of incredible. Go out and watch some videos on that, actually.
Okay.
I've been watching a lot of first impressions videos, and everyone points that out. So, because the mechanism behind the haptics this time around is so much more nuanced and better engineered than previously, it can really simulate the feeling of different surfaces or vibrations. So for example, in Demon Souls, you should be able to feel a pretty accurate simulation of the material your weapon is hitting. So for example, metal hitting metal or metal cutting through flesh. This should make the combat feel grittier and
I love
more
it.
visceral. It's possible that the surface that your character is walking on might even be taken into account, which will make the environment feel more alive.
Oh,
The same
love
sort
it.
of thing can be said about the 3D audio. Anything that enters your character's 3D space will be able to be heard, like an enemy sneaking up behind you or an arrow whizzing past your ear.
love it.
Hopefully this all makes the game feel more real
Oh, I
and
think so.
weightier. But you know what else might be weightier? Your inventory.
Oh no.
In the original Demon Souls, there was a limit to how many items your character could carry. And honestly,
That was my number one gripe with Demon Souls. Yes, I know it's an RPG style mechanic and whatnot. To this day, that is the number one thing. This is still my favorite Souls game, but to this day, item weight and inventory weight, stuff like that, that is my number one thing I do not like about Demon Souls. The fact that that is there, because you can become encumbered so quickly, especially as you're going through Stonefang Tunnel, and pretty much everything drops shards, chunks, things like that. You know, the upgrade stones for upgrading your armor and your weapons. These drop so frequently, and they weigh so damn much. Thankfully, souls don't weigh anything, thank God. But like stuff like that, if you're going, like, you'll get through not even halfway through Stonefang Tunnel and you will become encumbered just because there's so much upgrade materials dropping. Or like right here, you got to, you know, where a nice armor piece dropped, but you're too encumbered by your inventory weight, and now you can't pick it up. Now it's stuck on the floor. Now you got to go all the way back to the Nexus, drop your stuff off at Stockpile Thomas, go back, and pray to God it's still there, and the game just didn't decide to F you on it. So this is the number one thing I did not like about Demon Souls. They better freaking change it.
while I'm all for no changes, this sucked, and I
It
really
did.
hope it gets removed or changed in
Please.
the remake. But one set of items that are confirmed to have weight are your healing grasses,
Oh.
which is the consumable that you heal with in
Okay.
Demon Souls. Now, stronger grasses weigh more, whereas in the original, you could have 99 of the most powerful grass and just
Okay.
spam it so that you could never die. So this is a good change. It sounds like, honestly, the system is going to be more like Bloodborne's Blood Vial system.
Good.
Where you can
a good
find
system.
healing items out in the world, but you can only carry a limited amount. They've also
Good.
added new consumables to the game. there's a new category called grains, which all give you different temporary elemental resistances. You might have seen these in this preview window.
They did this
which
in
is
Dark
showing
Souls.
off the items that you get if you buy the Digital Deluxe Edition. And man, we're at that part of the video. We need to talk about what is objectively the worst part of this read.
Oh dear.
So previously, it was hoped that all of the items on this Digital Deluxe preview were just simply early access items. We were all hoping that, sure, if you buy the Digital Deluxe version, you get these items on every new character you create. You get them early, that makes you more powerful, but we hoped that you would still be able to find these items out in the game, even if you just bought the standard edition of the game. Well, it's been revealed on the official site that 3 of these items are exclusive to the deluxe version.
Oh, for God's sake! Why do these corporations do this? Why do these companies do this? And no, you Xbox fanboys out there that are looking for a reason to shit on PS5 and whatnot. Look, I'm gonna say a few things here. One, I don't look for reasons to shit on a console, okay? Because I'm not a fan of consoles, I'm a fan of games. And if that game just happens to be on that console, well, guess what? I'm getting that console if I'm a fan of that game, you know? So, no, don't take this as a PS5 is already sucking. Now it's going to fail because we like Xbox. No, it's not like that, because I hope you enjoy your Xbox, you beautiful people. All right, so I hope you enjoy that. So no, this is not one of those, oh, this is going to kill the PS5. No, it's not. I'm getting a PS5 because of Demon's Souls. I'm not getting Demon's Souls because of PS5, okay? It's the former. And also, every video game company out there is guilty of this, okay? Pretty much every video game company is guilty of this. This is not a Sony-only thing. Capcom's done this. Bethesda's done this. Nintendo's done this. Xbox has done this. Freaking Square Enix has done this. I mean, you know, Pokemon has... I don't think Pokemon's done... Well, no, they kind of have. I mean, you know, everybody and their mother has done this crap, okay? And honestly, I hate this practice. This is so... lame. This is just another, let's get another $20 out of you. You know, Capcom was infamous for this crap back in, you know, on Last Generation with Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter Cross Tekken and stuff like that, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They did this crap all over the place. Bethesda is super guilty of this. EA is super guilty of this. So, no, this is not I don't think this is a Blue Point thing. This sounds like a higher up the corporate ladder call right here, and I hate shit like this. Damn it!
Red Eye Knight armor, Bolitarian Royalty armor, and Ritual Blade will only be for people who spend $90 US. So that's $20 more than the standard edition of the game, which, like all next-gen games, costs $10 more for some reason. The rest of these items will be given to your character upon creation.
And again, I have to say this. What really sucks for me personally about this is I'm getting the physical edition of this, and that is a digital only. Because I mean, as you can tell over here, I've just completely reverted back to a physical only, you know, style of game. That's just what I prefer. It's so pleasing to see all of this over here in their physical formats, and that goes double. You know, that goes double for, you know, the current generation and whatnot. So, it's like, well, F me, right?
Creation, but will also be able to be found in-game. This is bad. You will be locked out of these character equipment choices if you don't want to shell out $20 for these 3 items, or even pre-order the game for the Reaper's Scythe up in the top right. I don't care if these items are weak. I don't care if they're not viable in PvP. Sony's tagline for the PlayStation 5 is, play has no limits, and this is a limit. This flies directly in the face of that.
It does.
Now, there are people you should and shouldn't blame for this.
No.
You shouldn't blame the developers at Bluepoint.
No.
You shouldn't blame anyone at From Software.
No.
None of these people were likely involved in this decision.
No, they probably
weren't. If this
weren't.
comes from anywhere, it comes from higher-ups at Bluepoint or Sony, and guess what? That's where most of the profits go to. Next-gen games are already arbitrarily $10 more expensive, and adding more shallow rewards like this kind of just adds insult to injury,
It
in
does.
my opinion. Now, I'm not saying boycott the remake.
No!
I think part of being a good fan is just honestly criticizing the games that you love.
Absolutely.
And while I think Bluepoint and Sony seem to be doing an excellent job with the remake, this is not in line with what Souls fans have come to expect.
No.
And it's a
It's
slippery
not.
slope. If we're all okay with this kind of thing happening, it'll just get worse year
It
after
will.
year. So, in my opinion, Sony should and probably can reverse course on this
Please
before
do.
it's too late, and they should just make all items early access, but still accessible in-game for holders of the standard edition.
I agree.
I think it's the right PR move,
I do.
considering their tagline, and yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, subscribe for more Demon Souls
Absolutely,
content
dude.
at launch here, and also on my Twitch channel, where
Yeah.
I'll be streaming the game in a couple of weeks now.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. And no, like he said, no, this is not a call. This is not a call to boycott the game, okay? I mean, look, like I said, they've done this for Elder Scrolls. They've done this for Street Fighter. They've done this for Mortal Kombat. They've done this for Pokemon. They've done this for so many other franchises. EA is notorious about it, Bethesda's notorious about it. But that doesn't mean we should boycott the game, Yeah, I mean, gosh, World of Warcraft does this. Square Enix is guilty of it too. Every video game company does this, but that doesn't mean it's right. That does not mean it's right. I hate when they keep content out of a game and you only do it for and you can only even then it's like, yeah, like you said, even if it's just low level items like this, it's a thing just to get, hey, you see this really nice shield and really cool looking armor? If you give us $20 more, it's yours. And it's like, okay, even if it's not even if it's only low level items and stuff like that, I'm sorry, I don't like crap like that, Like if anything, stuff like that should still be made available in the game. And like I say, for me personally, I'm getting the physical edition of this game. So, I mean, I won't get those items at all. I'll still get the Reaper scythe for pre-order. Because, pre-orders, most of the time when it's pre-order stuff, like the Reaper scythe, usually stuff like that, you usually can either end up getting anyway or, whatever. So, pre-order stuff is kind of a slippery slope anyway, and that really comes down to, what the game is and what they're doing and whatnot. So some people don't even like pre-order bonuses. For the most part, pre-order bonuses don't bother me, depending on what it is. It really depends on what it is. But at the same time, pre-order bonuses are not a new thing. Pre-order bonuses for in-game content, that's been there since, really the later half of No, I was gonna say the PS2 original Xbox genre. That not so much there, but definitely the 360 PS3 Wii era. It's been, it's been here for the last two generations of games as we go into the next generation. So it's not a new concept, but at the same time, it's like with pre-orders, it's like it kind of goes back and forth between the two and whatnot. Although at the same time, most of the time, the pre-order bonuses are not game-breaking things anyway. So what's the big deal? That's just kind of one of those things that as a consumer, think with your wallet, or whatnot or whatever, But yeah, the whole $20 more for these things that more than likely will be inconsequential. Again, I don't blame Bluepoint. I don't blame FromSoft. Again, that seems like a call from the higher-ups, and I can't stand crap like that. And I want to emphasize again, this is not the only company that has done this. And just about every video game company out there, every AAA video game company out there has done this crap. So no, this is not a call to... I don't think this should be a call to arms to boycott PS5 or boycott Demon Souls. If you're going that far with it, you honestly need to get some real problems, because it's not like, yes, it's bad, but it's not like boycott the game bad. It's not like they, killed anyone or anything, so calm down, But other than that, very controversial decision, and other than that, Other than that, other than that, dude, I'm still getting it, and I'm getting it without regret. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not a fan of consoles. I'm a fan of games. I've been a fan of Demon's Souls since 2009, and it's the reason I bought a PlayStation 3. So, Demon's Souls is the reason I'm buying PlayStation 5. Nothing will change that. Nothing will change that. Especially since I've already got it pre-ordered and it's on the way anyway. So, they already got my money. So, I mean, whatever, it's fine. People buy, games for Xbox. I want games for Xbox. So, it is what it is. And I'm not a fan of this decision, but we'll see what happens. Either way, I am excited for the stuff coming with Demon's Souls. I am so happy that this franchise or this particular game has not been forgotten. I am very excited, and you can bet your ass we're going to be live streaming this on my Twitch channel, which you can follow in the description below. We're going to be live streaming this a lot. Oh, yes, sir. So, either way, VaatiVidya, thank you for your insight and your knowledge, good sir, and thank you for bringing a lot of this to light, and thank you for just being absolutely sway, baby. So, there it is, boys and girls. We only got less than 2 weeks. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. Umbasa, baby. Oh, yes, sir.